to Los Vikingos TV, and today I'm going to do an immediate reaction to the Huesca Real Madrid game, which was played at the Bernabeu. Um, I didn't actually have much notes on the game afterwards because Huesca was just conceding possession the entire game, and just letting Real Madrid attack and attack and attack. So to start, I love the lineup. I didn't love Zidane playing Luka, his own son. I wish Keeler would have played even with Courtois being hurt, but I knew one, when I saw Courtois was hurt, and second, when I saw his comment, which was, "We have three good goalkeepers. Courtois is good, Keeler's good, and Luka's good." I knew his son was going to play a game, and this team's in 20th place. Seemed like the best time to play him. I love the lineup. Zidane put this lineup out that wasn't. It's La Liga proven, but they haven't really played much over the past 2 years. But this team is La Liga proven. Every single guy on the pitch today, other than Lucas Zidane, has played for a team in La Liga and played well. When you look at Ceballos, he did well at Real Betis. You look at Llorente, he played well with Alaves. You look at Odriozola, he played well with Real Sociedad. So these guys can play. Good job. And Madrid managers in the past haven't done a good job of playing these players. They kind of just play the same guys. Carvajal every game, Casemiro every game, Modric every game. Instead of letting these guys who can play in La Liga play against the lesser teams, that is how you become successful as a club. That is how you do well in a year. It's by letting everybody play. It's not 11 players. Zidane said it today. It's not 11 players. It's the whole team. So, but the reason why this happened is because many players weren't included in the squad. Courtois is injured. Modric, Cruz, Varane, and Asensio were all giving rest because they all played 2 games for their national team. This is what, like I said, this is what I want to see Madrid do. Rotate some in, rotate some out. Many senior players got rest. They need rest. We have a tougher opponent on Wednesday with Valencia. This was a good game to rest. It's something Solari never did. And that's why we are at where we are at this season. Too many guys have too many minutes on their legs. The guy who should be playing is Mariano. He needs to be getting minutes, giving Benzema a rest. He is a good player. He's got a good shot. We saw it in the 93rd minute. And maybe Zidane can give him a nice run of games. Zidane's guaranteed 3 years. He's not going to get fired. That's just not going to happen. So hopefully he gets to play a lot more, and he deserves it. And unfortunately, a lot of these guys get time when people come back from international breaks, and they'll give a rest. Unfortunately, Benzema has no way of making Deschamps' team. He is forever banished. So Mariano kind of gets screwed. So now on to the game. The first goal was conceded early, and it was really unlucky. An unlucky bounce and a slip from Nacho, which led to the goal. I wouldn't say it was his fault. I actually thought he had quite a good game. I think he kind of messed up on the second goal, but he wasn't really challenged. Really impressed with Luka's calmness with the ball at his feet and his all-around foot skills. He wasn't that great today. If Keelan Navas was in net, it probably wasn't as close of a game. But all in all, he got the win. We won. Can't complain. So Brahim Diaz, he's really good. I don't know much about him. I haven't really seen him play much. But maybe if his skill set's right, he's playing in a very loaded position right now. The wings, we have so much talent coming up. We have so much talent already, and if we buy people, there will be talent there. Let's not even talk about people we're going to buy. Vinicius, Rodrigo, Asensio, Odegaard, Bale, Isco can play on the wing. Vasquez can play on the wing. Brahim Diaz. That's 8 people right there. Okay? There's 2 positions. So, if Brahim Diaz is going to be successful, he might not be successful on the wings or as a 10. He might need to move back in that midfield. A lot of midfielders in their careers started out young as 10s, and then they evolved into a more deep-lying playmaker. For example, 2 guys on Real Madrid, Cruz and Modric, both played as 10s early in their career. And Modric still plays as a 10 for Croatia. But like I said, if we can start to plant those seeds right now and get him to kind of understand how to be an 8, that might be a good investment. But all around, great. I thought it was a great game from Brahim Diaz, who was subs off for Vasquez. So the goal that tied the game, because Real Madrid was down 1-0, was a great hold-up play by Benzema, who then goes on a run. And, Benzema almost gets pulled down, and he goes on a run. He 1-2s with Brahim, takes a shot. Brahim gets the rebound, crosses to his idol Isco. Isco taps it in. Easy goal. So the second was a beautiful cross from Bale to Benzema, who heads it to Ceballos. Ceballos puts it in. I thought Bale was okay, nothing spectacular. He tried. He botched 2 solid chances, but I don't think they were entirely his fault. He didn't really have the ball was kind of in front of him on the tap-in, so he had to kind of slide, and he just hit it over the bar. And the second one, he tried to volley from Nacho, header back to him, and it was right-footed, which it's well known he's not very good with his right foot. Just whiffs. And then Real Madrid got a chance out of it. The third goal, Bale sends a cross into Ramos. Ramos sets it down, flops to Marcelo. Marcelo gives it to Benzema. Marcelo goes on a run and pulls Benzema's guy with him and gives Benzema the space to curl it into the top right corner. Game winner. You know, Huesca had multiple chances. You know, they really could have taken the game by the scruff of the neck, but they really lacked finishing, especially clinical finishing. They weren't clear cut chances, but they were good chances. You know, they could have scored at least 3 goals, 4 goals. I thought Zizou's subs were good. You know, Isco isn't ready for a full 90. And when he put Mariano on, he went to the 4-2-4 attack, which, you know, he had Vasquez and Bale in the wings, Mariano and Benzema as target men in the middle. They were setting balls in, you know, and they got that goal. And, you know, that was the most important thing. But in my opinion, the two biggest takeaways from this game, games like this, these are the games that Barcelona always win. When they're down, when they're tied, they always push through and get that goal. Real Madrid's lack that this year, and that's part of the reason that's where they're kind of at. You know, Barcelona win these games, and that's why they've won 7 leagues in 10 years, I believe. You know, maybe that's the difference between Zidane and Solari. Zidane can get these wins, and Solari can't. But for example, the team seems more disciplined under Zidane, and I know Solari's known for that defensive discipline. But you know, maybe it's a respect kind of thing. Nacho went on a run. Ceballos was covering for him. You know, we didn't see that on Zidane. We didn't see that on Solari. Marcelo would go on a run, and nobody would cover for him. That's a problem. That needs to be fixed. And it seems to be fixed. You know, Ceballos isn't the best guy to be in that position. Obviously, Nacho, Llorente would be better. But, you know, it got covered. You know, it's better to have somebody there than nobody there. And, you know, as I was saying, you know, Barcelona doesn't drop points when they can't. And that's how you win the league. That's how Madrid won the league in 16-17. You know, that's how you win. But, you know, that's all I got to say about today's game. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be back for the Valencia game. And if you like what you heard, please subscribe. I also have a new article coming out this week on managing Madrid. And I will also be on the podcast later today. So you guys should give that a listen. And holla Madrid.